Good morning, you guys, or whatever time it is for you. If you haven't caught on by now, I am a morning person. So it's typically going to be morning for me when I'm recording these. And so, welcome to the Ultra Life Podcast. This is a podcast to inspire you to see what's truly possible for you and your life. And I truly believe that if you have a foundation of healthy habits, that will allow you to have the best life, to live your ultra life in all the areas, from your relationships to your finances, to your career, to your work, to your kids and parenting. If you have this foundation of health, then you're going to be able to do all the things and or do them better and have that best ultra life versus just being average or okay. So welcome. It's so great to have you guys here. Thank you so much for listening. And today I've had this concept thought in my head. These like mini rants is what I think of them as. Maybe I'll come up with a name for them, or maybe it's just my mini rants. But this one is, so it's going to just be a short, sweet, but powerful thought for you guys to take in regards to getting results. So whatever goal you have that you're going for and whatever results that you want, if you are stuck, if you are like, I'm doing all the things and nothing's working, or I'm doing the things and it's not working, if you're saying something like that to yourself, if you aren't doing anything yet and you want a new result and you want to lose weight or you want to get a new job, whatever it is, so when you're saying those things, what I want you to do is to just pause for a second, or pause whenever you get the time and you hear this, and ask yourself, if I did know the answer, what would it be? Ask yourself, answer your own question, basically. Why aren't you getting the results that you want? What are any and all the possible reasons that you aren't getting the results that you want? And this is so powerful, you guys, to check in with yourself first. And that is why you do have a coach. So I get to ask you these questions and see what comes up for you, because you live your life day to day, right? Yes, I am the professional and the expert, and I have the expertise to, once I hear from you what's going on, to be like, okay, this is this, but you need to ask yourself first, what is going on? Why am I not getting results? What is your answer to that question? So answer that for yourself. And now a lot of the times what happens when we do this is we want to say, I don't know, right? We're like, I don't know. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm saying I don't have the results I want. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. That is not an answer, okay? I want you to take the I don't know answer to yourself for anything out of your vocabulary, out of your thoughts, that is even a thing. I don't know is not an answer, y'all. That is never going to move you forward, right? If you don't know, you stay stuck, you stay confused, you stay spinning out, you stay doing the exact same thing you are doing to get you either zero results or not the results that you want. So scratch that, throw that shit in the garbage, okay? And now ask yourself, this is the hard work. Just like when we are in the gym or we are training for a marathon, we have to put in those physical miles to get up to the eventual goal. That physical work day to day, it's hard, right? Especially when you have to push yourself in a challenging workout to go up to the heavier weight. It's hard. This is the mindset work that is also hard. It's not easy to actually poke at your own brain and to question it and to be like, I have come up with an answer. I don't know. I'm asking you, this is hard work. I want you to take a moment mentally to answer that question for yourself and see what comes up. Think about the last week, the last couple weeks, the last few weeks. or whatever time frame, if you're thinking about the last 6 months or a year even, and ask yourself, why don't you have the results? And start to brainstorm that. I would say brain dump that on a journal, piece of paper, any and all reasons. There is no wrong answer here. So write anything that comes up for you. And typically, the first answer that comes up for you, if you don't have a laundry list, you're not like, well, I've been eating like crap. I haven't worked out in 6 months, and I moved. I got a new job, so now I have a an hour commute each way, so my time is less, right? Like if you don't have a laundry list like that, and you're like, yeah, but I'm doing the things though. I really am. Like I've been eating healthier. I've been doing my workouts. All right, this is hard work, y'all. This is the hard mental work. Asking yourself, why am I not getting the results? If I did know the answer, what would it be? And get really curious. That's the feeling I want you to cultivate in this, is curiosity. Just be curious. This is not judging or shaming or having this pressure or feeling defensive when you hear me ask that question. But I want you to be curious. Just take a second, take a breath, and be curious. What could the answer be? And usually that first answer that we come up with is the answer. So you can also take that. I will probably do a second dairy podcast on that one. But usually that first answer that we come up with is the answer. That's from your gut. That's from your intuition. That's from your heart. That is what's coming up. And so once you have whatever one answer, whatever multiple answers you have, now we have the ability to change that. We have the ability to create a plan now, knowing that, to then move forward, right? So do you see, if we say, I don't know, and we stay stuck, we stay confused, we stay spinning out, just doing the same things over and over again, not getting the results. If we say, okay, if I did know the answer, and what could it be? And this is my answer. Well, and when you check in with yourself, I just want to offer here too, like a lot of times we have this story, I got all my workouts in, or I have been eating healthy. But if you really pause and answer this question, you might be like, well, actually, I did have 4 drinks on Friday night instead of normally I would just have 1. I did eat out with, and went out all day Saturday and had an appetizer and some more fried food. I mean, I ate out all day long. And I did that the last 2 weekends, actually. Oh, isn't that interesting? What our brains were offering us initially. Like, I've been eating really healthy, though. And that's why I want you to ask yourself, if you did know the answer, what would it be? Because when you actually fine-tooth comb through your last week, through the last couple weeks, you will find an answer like that for you. It happens to my clients all the time. It happens to me all the time, y'all. Like, I'm saying this because I've also been in the mud. I've also been in the muck of being like, I don't know, like, or I'm not getting the results. Like, what do I do in my business? And I take that to my coach, and she says the exact same thing to me. And I have to mind my brain. I have to go like, well, I guess, I've been posting this many times, but not as much, and my energy was whatever, right? But I found answers when I took a step back and I looked to see. So going back to what I was saying before, so once we look to see, lo and behold, there are some answers. And listen, there is no right answer that's going to come from me or necessarily by you. Usually that first answer is the right one, but the only way we know if that's going to get us the results that we want is then to create the plan from what we now know as an answer, that is a possibility, to then implement that and take action on that moving forward. Okay, so that's like, okay, so for that example, maybe it's, okay, so I'm going to really be conscious on my alcohol and on my weekends on what I'm eating and what that looks like for the next 2 to 3 weeks, and see if that gets me new results. And I would offer, with whatever you do find that you need to do different, to do that for at least 2 to 3 weeks to be able to see a different result, right? if we're just like, oh, that next week, well, let me just not drink any alcohol on Friday night this week or have my one drink and then get back to my normal, like more healthy eating on the weekends where I just have like, go out to eat once instead of all three meals and even brunch on Sunday. Like I'm just going to go out to eat once. If that's your new plan, one drink on Friday, go out to eat once on the weekend. Don't just do that for 1 week and expect that like, oh, like unicorns and daisies and rainbows. And like, here are my big 5 pounds loss results or 2 pounds even. Like, no, you need to do whatever your plan is. Do that for a couple weeks, at least 2 weeks, if not 3 weeks, to see if that produces new results for you. If it does, then evaluate at that time. Do the exact same thing we're doing now. Okay, did that work? Did you now start to see the scale shift and you started to lose more weight and get those results again? And there's more than just the scale here, but so many people just want to point to that. So maybe that's you feel better, right? You did an extra workout because you weren't like crazy hungover on Saturday or whatever it is from having the 4 drinks, right? Like you made all these extra choices because of the new plan that then allowed you to lose the 1 or 2 pounds and keep getting the results that you want, right? And if it didn't work for some reason, you're like, okay, that's not the thing. Great. Go back to the drawing board and say, what else? What else is going on that I'm not getting the results that I want? And maybe you decide to keep that original plan of only having the 1 drink and 1 meal out to eat on the weekends because, hey, guess what? You felt better. That's a result that maybe you want to keep, right? You got an additional workout in and that felt good. Great. You could maybe just decide to keep that, even if it wasn't getting you the other results you wanted, right? Okay. So then you evaluate there that 2 to 3 weeks again. What else? Oh, well, I've only been getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep each night. Okay. So that's what you try for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Try to get 6 hours of sleep most nights or 6 or 7 hours of sleep most nights, right? Answer that. So what I'm describing to you, overarching, this is how you get results in your life. So whatever goal that you have, whether you are starting from square one or you have been doing the things, but you are now currently stuck and not getting the results that you want, then you need to first ask yourself, why am I not getting the results? What are all the possible answers? And if you want to say, I don't know, throw that shit in the garbage. That's not an answer. I'm calling you out. I'm calling that BS. Not an answer. Okay? Ask yourself, if I did know the answer, what would it be? Answer that. From those answers, you're going to decide what you're going to do different for the next 2 to 3 weeks. That's your plan. You pick one thing. You can pick a couple things. You decide. But from that, you make your plan for the next 2 to 3 weeks, take action on that plan, and then evaluate again. What worked? What didn't work? What are you going to do different again this next time to keep getting results or to get different results, right? If that still didn't get you what you want, repeat, rinse, and repeat over and over and over again. Okay? So that is your tip for you guys today. And again, listen, this happens to my clients all the time. This happens to me. It happens to everybody. If you're going after a goal, there is going to be either some point, well, you're either stuck right in the moment, not even having done anything to take action towards your goal, or you're going to get so far along and get stuck in it. And this goes, y'all, like, I really want to offer too, like, whether you are just like getting off the couch, working towards your goal, or you may be like me and you're an athlete and like you're now trying to go from running 100-mile race to PRing or like getting that 100-mile race time down. It's the same shit. Just because my to-dos, my plan looks different than yours, like maybe mine has running 80 miles and speed work in the week and yours has running 10 miles and starting to run versus just walk in the week. It's the same thing. We both have to evaluate to see how we're going to get new results. If in 2 to 3 weeks we're like, oh shoot, or if in 3 months all of a sudden something happens and we kind of plateau, I have to do the same thing. I have to evaluate just like you and ask myself those same questions. What's going to work? How do I keep getting new results? How do I get faster? You may just be asking yourself, how do I get out one more day? How do I go 10 more minutes? Same thing, y'all. It's just our plans just look different, but the tools are the same, right? Okay, I get excited. I hope this was helpful for you all. And so what I want to offer too is, if you haven't seen or heard already, the 21-day energy challenge is coming up. It is a 3-day workshop, August 7th, 8th, and 9th. And from that workshop, you will learn how to create more energy. And not only that, but how to implement that. It's not just like, hey, here are the 3 things that you're going to do to create more energy. Good luck. It's like, hey, these are the 3 things to create more energy in the next 21 days. And this is how you will actually implement it in your life. Okay. So you're going to get that. You will be able to know what to do for the next 21 days after that to create more energy. And the reason for this is I've had so many consults lately where, and just in general, it comes up, but this was a light bulb moment for me where they don't have the energy. Like they have no energy and they feel like they have no time to do the things to create the results they want. So I want to offer, if you have more energy, and this is y'all, like this is whether you have a goal in your business, but you're tired, you don't have the energy to do all the things. You have a goal in your weight loss or in your health life or in training, but you just don't have the energy. You just like don't feel like you can do all the things. Like you're too tired at home to cook the healthy meal. You're too tired to go do the workout. Whether this is in your relationship and like things have been kind of flat and stagnant and you're just like, I'm too tired to engage in sexy time at the end of the day. I'm too tired to do date night with my partner. I'm too tired for the kids as parenting. You get done with your work day and you're like, I'm just too tired to go to the park and play. I'm too tired to cook a healthy meal for my family, right? So that's why I'm doing this workshop is having no energy has just come up as such a theme, and it really always has been, but it just hit me as this light bulb moment. And I know how to create energy. I'm pretty sure you guys know that. If you listen to me, if you see me, I am like an Energizer bunny most of the time. Not to say I don't have my one or, I have my down days too, but overarching, I have some motherfucking energy. So I know how to create it, and I want to show you how to do that. And I want to show you how to do that. And the reason I'm going to show you how to do that. And then I want you to do that for 21 days so that you can very intentionally create momentum, not just energy for one day and then maybe 3 days later and then maybe a week later. No, I want you to start to recognize and see and believe that you can have energy every day. You can have energy most days. Like 6 out of 7 days a week, you can feel energized. Or 5 out of 7 days a week, you can feel energized. You don't have to just take the freaking weekends off to relax or the nights off because you're so tired because it's been such a long day. I want to show you how you could be energized all day. From basically the time you wake up to the time you go to bed to sometimes where you're like, I can't even go to bed because I'm so lit up. I want to work on this thing. Like I want to do this for me, whatever that is. I want to show you how to have that kind of energy. Okay? And then to do it for 21 days so you have the momentum. So join me for this workshop. You can go to the link in my Instagram bio. I will put a link in the show notes here. And then, of course, on my website, SamanthaNivens.com, you can sign up and join there. It's only $21 for the workshop. And the amount of value I am putting in there, honestly, is well over $1,000. That is my intentions that you will get out of this workshop, because you can use what you learn here, not just for the next 21 days, y'all, but you can use it for life, right? And what would be different if you had energy for the next 21 days? If you had energy for the next 5 months to finish this year out, what would you accomplish? What goals would you reach if you had energy? And what about for the rest of your life? If you had energy for the rest of your life, consistent daily energy, what would you do? What would you accomplish? Oh, God, just saying that out loud to myself, I'm like, let's go. Let's go. Your girl's going to get some stuff done, and so are you. So join me for this energy reset. Again, August 7th, 8th, and 9th, all the links are in all the stuff, and I will definitely post it here in this podcast episode. Okay, you guys, it's been amazing to be here with you, and I hope you have an amazing day.